Okay, okay, in this video I'm going to show you how I do my workflow when I mix a beat. I have a 8-bar loop that from a beat that I made yesterday, and I'm going to mix it as good as I can, focusing on automation and how I can make this beat more interesting sounding, because it's good, but it's a bit boring. And when I made it, I thought that it needed some automation. So that will be the focus for this video right here. And yeah, let's get into it. So here we have the whole thing. It's imported into a new fresh session as audio file. So I've made this beat in Logic, and I've then exported it as tracks and then into a mixing template that you can download. Of course, the link is in the description, subphotic.com/logic. You can go get them there. This is the Subphotic clean template that I'm using right here. No plugins whatsoever. It's just all the routing set up, so everything is ready to go. And it's really neat in that way. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I use this template to make the beat sound interesting. So I have here an 808. This is a bass. So I have a bass folder right here. I'll do it with the bass tone right here. And then I have a bass fill-in, sort of. I'll just rename them afterwards. I'll drag them up. Then we have a cymbal here and some hi-hats. I have a kick. Drag it up to the kick. And let's see, what else do we have? We have some perks right here. Snare. We have 2 snares. Snare 1 and 2. And we have a violin and some samples, and that's for the instruments. So we'll open the instrument folder. Here's a synth, the BA1 from Baby Audio. And then we have some samples, and this is the main loop, I guess. Then we have some additional samples, and then we have a violin. You can just hit it into the here. Then I'll start renaming. So this one is called, this can just be synth 1. And then I'll take some away here. Let's see. Just bear with me on this one. I'm pressing caps lock instead of shift, so it's a bit annoying. That I don't need the drum loop. There's no drum loop here. There's no stereo beat here. And then we have the kick, snare, hi-hat, perks, cymbal, and then we have bass main, I think. I can also check out the waveform. Yeah, it's the main bass. And then we have some bass fill-in. Like that. Let's just check out what this is. Piano. And the BPM is 110. I don't know. That. And then I'll get rid of everything that's beyond that. There we have the 8-bar loop ready to go. Naming is done. Get rid of all the surplus tracks, and we're ready to go. Oh, select everything, right click, color regions by track, like that. I have the same track colors on the regions as on the tracks, like that. Let's listen. Now let's make this a bit more interesting. I'll start off by duplicating across the timeline. I got 4 now. Now we'll just check. I want this beat to be around 2 minutes, 2.5 maybe. Let's just check. Here we have 1 minute and 10. We can just duplicate there. And now we have the entirety of the beats that I'm planning. So I have 2:19. It's a good starting point. Just stop it a bit after because maybe there will be some reverb, tails, or whatever. And then I'll start thinking, how can I arrange this? I'll just have to think a bit. Let me know in the chat if you have any suggestions, or in the comments. It has to start with the piano, in my opinion. So I'll get the piano moving on. Let's see. There's an initial violin stab at the beginning. I'll get rid of that. And then the violin will be introduced at the beginning, at the end of the 4th bar. Yeah, and then we will start automating the synth ARP here. We'll just go touch, and I don't have it's not hooked up, at least the fader port that I usually use for this type of task, but I don't have it hooked up right now. I've just transferred house, so this is a new studio room for me. Right, Tofi, go. It's my dog. Okay. Let's see. Like that. So it's just barely introduced in the beginning to make it so that it makes sense that it comes in at a later point. And I'll do the same thing with the violin ARP. Let's see here. Let's see. Before I start too much automating, I just want to check that the mix, the balance, the levels are decent. Yeah, I think they're decent. So let's see. Go here, touch, and open the automation lane so that I immediately can go into the lane that I just created, like so. When it comes to volume automation, it's automatically on the volume, like as per default, but when filter automationing or pan automation and etc., you would have to go here and click and select from here, and that's a bit tedious. So I'll just press A to go into the automation mode before I start automating, like this. Like that. I'll get rid of this. So this is the result as of yet. This thus far. Let's see. Get rid of the drums for now. We'll just take them away a bit. Okay, take away the snares, the kick, let's see. And the fill-in bass I've kept. Something like that, I don't know. I'm just waiting for that bounce. Let's see. Didn't work that it didn't work as expected. Maybe take away the violin here. Take it away. It's too stripped off. I have to have it some way, but I think I can do something with it. Let's insert Pro Q3 maybe. EQ. That's it. Filter automation it is. And I didn't practice as I preached. Now I would have to go down to the down here. If I had opened the automation lane before entering this automation data, I wouldn't have had to do this. Okay. Let's see. Oh. Oh. What a mess. Okay. No, that wasn't my intention. I meant the other way around, like this. Something like this. want the piano to fade away gradually. And then, like maybe so. Then I want some filter automation going on for the violin arp as well, because it needs even more variations. And I'll low pass that as well. Yeah, I'm in the automation lane, touch, and that was cool. Just interrupting it in the middle, like. Like that. Maybe a bit more like this. Happy accident. And it's not stopping like on the beat as well. It's stopping like in an awkward spot, like here. Like. Oh yeah, I like it. Okay. And then I'll gradually fade out the piano again. Like so they're going back and forth, shifting focus. Let's see here. Like something like this. And then then we go away with focus because we're turning it down, really making it low passed. look what I'm doing now. I'm taking away the last 2 sets of 8 bars, and I'll copy the first one, and then finally I'll copy the intro, and then I will make some variations. Let's see. Let's see what's going on here. Well, we have this one. Then we'll just do this, I think. I don't like the clicky sound. Let's get rid of the click. That. Still there. Something else then. I hate that when this happens. When you know when you hear a click and you have to find out where it comes from. Not this one. Not this one. Even though I corrected it. Here we are. Here's the center. Just fade in a bit and fade out a bit. Let's find it here. Here we go. Like that. Oh, it's still there. Okay, let's find out. I suspect the bass here because it's cut straight off. Yeah, of course. Of course it is. Here's the solution. It's all over, and we'll just fade it in a bit like that. And fade it out. Let's see. Yeah. Don't need the bass now. Fade this away and fade that away. Let's see. Something like that. just made some variations across the beats, taking away some hi-hats here and there, and then I moved on to some panning, because I heard that we needed to pan out certain elements, such as the perks and the cymbals. The hi-hats can remain center. The snare, there's a layer of 2 snares, and I've chosen to pan them slightly side to side, like by 10. And the kick is of course in the middle, and then we have the bass, which of course is in the middle as well. Maybe it's a bit loud. No, it's okay. And then we have the rest. I also panned the synth arp a bit, the violin stab I panned a bit, and then the violin arp can remain in the middle. Now let's just treat this a bit. I started in the other end. Usually I would start like mixing it completely until done and then do the automation, but now I put the cart before the horse. I'll go to the mix bus and I'll open a compressor. I'll go with the SSL native just for some cohesion in the dynamics. Yeah, I like that. I like that vibe. Okay, I like it. Now I'm gonna check out the drum bus. There's some peaking going on. I think it has to do with some high frequency elements in that snare. Just take away some top end. Let's see if it helps. No, it's in the middle there somewhere. We'll just have to turn it down a bit in volume, I guess. Okay, so I'm treating the wrong felon here. Let's see. this is a mystery to me, and if it's a mystery to you too, let me know in the chat or in the comments. I don't know what happened right there. Please let me know. Wow. Okay, so we've treated sort of the mix bus. Now let's just put an EQ on the mix bus as well. Let's see. No. Good job. Good job, Subphotic. Yeah. No harshness here that I can hear. Just gonna expand the mid-range a bit, like this, like the 1000 hertz, like. Like calm down the smiley curve a bit. Like you have a lot of bass, you have a lot of treble, but the stuff in the middle will be filled out with the vocals later. But there needs to be a bit more, I think, like without vocals. Okay, that's it. I think I'm pleased. And then comes the buses. We have the drum bus, the bass, and the instruments. And I think I'll go with some limiting or some clipping on the drums, so that they can punch a bit more through. And I'll do the same thing for the bass. I think I added some nice character there as well, and also made it a bit more consistent, like without. Like shaved off the peaks. Now let's do this also with the instruments. Now you hear that the violin is too much. Okay, nice. And let's just listen with and without the processing thus far. Let's see. It's a bit softer in volume. Maybe I need some makeup gain here. Anyways, the levels are sane, and I'll just go and check if I have some inconsistencies in volume here, like the violin stab. Here, the violin arp has pretty consistent volume, like. What I would like though is for this part here to be expanded a bit. I'll compress it and see what happens. Let's see. Okay, listen with and without. Like without first. And then with. A bit more presence on the end there, in the end there. Okay. And now I want to compress this to give it some more body. So I'll do a fast attack and like slower, a bit fast release. Yeah. So if you listen with and without, you can hear that. Um, so if you listen with and without, you can hear that the compression does some makes some body to the sound, and it sounds a bit thin and flat without. Listen how thin and flat it sounds. Much more consistent, and you don't actually need those hard transients on that piano because the transients are covered in the kick and the snare, sort of. I was wrong about the violin here. I needed to turn it up a bit, as you can see. After all this compression, I just had to change it again, and that's like part of the process. You know, you have to try out stuff, see what works and what doesn't. I'm really not a fan of compressing too much or processing too much for the drums. I think it sounds good. It packs a lot of punch. I like the way the kick hits and how the snare just slaps. It's already there from the production stage, so I don't want to mess with that. I was vibing with this the day before yesterday, and I don't want to destroy that vibe at all. Just want it to stay there and treat it like globally on the bus instead, like I did before on the drum bus with just with a clipper, nothing else. And then comes times for before I move on to limiters, I'll do some sound effects. Let's see. The first thing I want to do, I think I'll keep the drums completely dry without anything, and then I'll insert something on the piano. I'll start there. So this is a reverb. I guess I'll just do a standard Valhalla vintage verb on this one. I like the modern one. Oops. And room, like for a clean reverb, I like room. And some pre-delay for separation. Previously, I was really nerdy about the decay seconds, and I used mathematical formulas to calculate the decay to sync it with the BPM. But I have the Crystalline from Baby Audio has completely made that technique obsolete because it's automatic on that one. So I use Valhalla for more offsetted reverb decay times, and also I like the color of it. And then I'll have some delay as well. Let's see what delay I can put on here. I can put on, this is on the bus 14. I'll put on a regular one. Let's see which one I can use. Oh, I go to the Echo Boy. Oops, here we go. Echo Boy. 100% wet. Let's go with eighth notes and ping pong. Take away some top and some high end. Do the space echo. See, insert some effect as well. you know, you start mixing and it's turned off. It's like typical. Oops. There you see. There you see. See? And we can do the same thing for the ARP. Just let it live in the same space as the other elements, but just slightly, not too much. And also the echo, just try it out. And for the violin stab, I can do even more. And also, let's see what happens actually to that reverb. Let's see. Too much. Go back down a bit. Works with when the other elements are playing, but the effect completely diminishes when played alone, like this. But when with the others, the effect is more abruptly cut out, like that. But it's a bit more, it's a bit smoother. Right, and then we have the synth ARP. Something else on that one. Well, we can still have some delay. Let's see. In fact, I'll turn it slightly down like this. I'm cheating now because this is like anti-gain staging maneuvers. I'll just turn it down on the compressor and it's automatically, because it's all the fader is already automated, so I could have inserted a gain plugin, for example, and turn it down that way, but don't have time for that. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. And then comes the limiter, which is my go-to is the Ozone limiter. The one in Logic is decent. I think the Ozone is insane. I'll opt in for Ozone 11, so I have more options. What I like to do is I'll start off with the stabilizer, which gives me an initial, or not initial. It gives me some feedback on the tonality of the beats, and I don't want to drive it too far because it automatically searches for content with vocals, so it's not that good that way, but I'll just shape it a bit. Look, it screams for upper mid-range, like 1 to 125K. It screams for more of that, but that's for the vocals. So so there needs to be space for the vocals. It's really important when making beats. But I'll give it some, and I don't tame the transients. I don't want to do that. I want it to be transient heavy. Now I'll go for the, well, maybe the imager, just to try it out a bit. Let's see, engage it. Let's see what happens. Like that, like that. It's nice and wide, I think. Okay, maximizer, modern, that's my go-to, but I can try different styles. It's about the release setting, and then here's the gain. Let's get on some gain reduction. Just a side note on the loudness part, I don't have any goals of making it as loud as possible. I know that many producers aim for -8 or 7 or something when it comes to LUFS. I typically aim for somewhere around 8 to 10. It depends on the source material, but I think this is loud enough. I don't want it to be I don't want it to be loud so that it distorts in an unpleasing way. It distorted a bit now, but it was okay, I guess. I have no problem with it, and I'm mixing on headphones. I don't use speakers now. I haven't got my speakers hooked up yet. It's like, look here, everything is it's for the most part everything is is off right now. So this is the life that I'm living right now. But it will come better times, you know. But anyways, in this mixing session, I used the Subphotic clean template from the free template pack, the mixing templates for Logic Pro. You can download it, subphotic.com/logic. And you might want to check out some of the other videos on my channel. I'll link it up somewhere here or there or whatever. And also let me know in the comments what other types of videos would you like me to do live. I'm really comfortable doing I'm really comfortable doing all these beats videos where I mix beats or make beats or whatever. But if there's specific topics that you would like to have covered in this setting right here, I would be glad if you commented it down below or send me an email at ola@subphotic.com. And yeah, don't forget the templates, and I'll see you soon. Peace out.